3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Puff and Steph, yes, we are back. Friday is here. Weekend is here. Okay. Steph, I'm choosing to do something this weekend that's going to shock you, right? Now, don't get too excited. It's more the time than the activity. So, I've been trying to golf a lot more, and I'm going golfing tomorrow. Saturday morning, I have to be at the course. It's 6:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know they opened that early.
Our tee time is at 6:48.
In the morning?
Yeah. Here's the
my gosh.
The good news is no matter how hot it is on Saturday, it's not gonna bother me. We'll be done by like 10.
See, that is nice. At least you're avoiding the heat of the day. However, that's early. You can catch me in bed. If you need me, I'll be in bed.
I don't think I'm gonna need you for this golf trip. Oh man, if only Steph were here. No, probably not gonna say that while golfing. So I don't know if you heard about this. While you were gone, I had talked to Olivia about these mystery seeds that have been showing up at people's doorstep. Have you heard about this?
I didn't hear about it.
Okay, so mysterious seed packs from China that hundreds of Americans received in the mail have been identified. So this is what was going on. People were just receiving seeds in the mail from China. The box made it look like it was going to be jewelry. So people were like, what did I get? And they'd open it up and there were like little bags of seeds. And it had Chinese lettering all over it and a Chinese, return address. And people, I think rightfully so, started freaking out and calling authorities.
Yeah.
Well, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, officials have identified more than a dozen plant species, included in the seed packets: mustard, cabbage, morning glory, some herbs, mint, sage, rosemary, lavender, and other seeds like hibiscus and roses. Authorities believe the seed packets may be part of an online money-making scam that originated in China. I don't know. I don't ask me to explain the money-making scheme.
I have so many questions.
I have no idea how randomly sending someone seeds turns into equaling money. Like send seeds ? Profit. I don't know. I don't really know how that works.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay, I'll listen.
Maybe everybody plants their seeds and they grow mustard plants and roses and all that stuff you were talking about. And maybe they're like, this is the best mustard plant I've ever had. And then they're like, I need to buy another one for next year. And then they go online and buy mustard seeds.
Yeah, but how do they go online? They just got randomly sent the packages.
Right. So they don't know where to go to buy them again. That's true.
Now, when this first started happening, federal officials were like, do not plant these seeds. We have no idea what they are. They could be invasive species. You could end up planting a seed in your backyard that overtakes your entire yard. Please don't do that. Now, just the fact that they had to tell people not to plant the mystery seeds that they got in the mail that they didn't order says something about how we as Americans maybe aren't the smartest bunch. But
that's us.
But they're still saying, do not plant them. They're still afraid that some may be invasive species, could destroy native plants and insects. So don't do that. If you ever got any of these seeds, I don't know if anyone around Central PA got them. I didn't hear that. I heard a lot of Midwest and out west people got the seeds. Maybe
so creepy.
Maybe they feel that out west people are dumber. And I'm just guessing. I'm not saying they are. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at China.
China.
China thinks people out west are so dumb. Okay.
Has Trump spoken on this whole thing yet?
He's not. Don't plant the seeds. Okay. Okay. Frankly, you shouldn't plant the seeds. Frankly. Okay.
Frankly.
All right. So I actually had this idea years ago. And I always thought, how much money would it take? What are the odds? Maybe if I got a little money, I would try it and see what would happen. This guy did my idea. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm the only person to ever think like this. This guy just might have had the balls and bankroll to do it. A guy decided on a hunch to go to every store in Western North Carolina and buy every $20 Mega Cash Scratcher lottery ticket until he won. He hit 40 stores, 40. He ended up winning $5 million.
And how much money did he put into that? I'm bad at math.
I don't know. That's the problem. Like, he was buying every single $20 Mega Cash Scratcher lottery ticket in the store.
That's a lot.
So if the store
Right.
had 20, he'd spend 20, right? If the store had 2, he'd buy their only 2. But it took him 4 hours to buy every Mega Cash Scratcher lottery ticket in the, was it Western North Carolina area? 40 stores. We don't know how much he spent on the tickets. But after lump sum and taxes, he walks away with $2.1 million.
Wow. So it's, in the end, it's worth a couple hours of your time.
And I mean,
Right?
he probably spent a few grand, but I mean, is that a good bet to buy every single one in a roll?
Honestly, it's not a bad idea because it's a lot of money you're putting out, but then boom, you have $2 million and who cares about a couple thousand?
Right. Now, is this going to work every time? No. Don't go out and do this if all you have is a couple
Don't do it.
grand. You're like, I'm down to my last $2,000. I have to make this. I don't know when I'm going to get another dime. I know what I'll do. I'll go to every store I can and buy every single $20 scratcher of this particular one, and eventually I'll win. It worked for this guy. Not saying it's a good retirement plan. Don't do it unless you can afford to do it. And even then,
Right.
you probably still shouldn't do it. The odds
Still
are
not your best idea.
no, I think at the end of the day, it's lottery. It's still him getting lucky. Now, the odds were better than they normally are for you or me just going out and buying one. But, you know, it's still not great odds.
Right. Plus, he was buying the more expensive tickets, which gives you a better chance. I would be buying the cheap ones. I'd be like, I bought 5 $1 tickets and I still didn't win.
I went to every store in Central PA. None of them had 50-cent lottery tickets. So
Are you kidding me?
So I went up to the dollar ones, and all I got was 300 buy another tickets.
What is this?
All right, real quick. In Australia, something else you got to worry about.
Great.
All right, so there's sharks and snakes and spiders and kangaroos and rabid koala bears, and I'm just trying to think of what else. Everything in Australia can kill you. How about the humpback whales? An Australian woman was seriously injured Saturday while swimming with humpback whales in Western Australia. 29-year-old suffered fractured ribs, internal bleeding when one of the whales hit her with its tail during a swim with the whales experience.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Their tails are strong.
She was reportedly hospitalized in serious but stable condition. Tour operator said that the female humpback swam directly at the group to place herself between them and her calf. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. So she was protecting her baby. And then began engaging in defensive moves like slapping her pectoral fins and tail against the water. Her tail hit the woman, broke some ribs, internal bleeding.
Oh, great. So just another reason for you to hate going to Australia.
Yep. Not gonna do it.
Someday I will go there, even though you make me feel terrified of it. I still want to go there.
And you know what I'm gonna do before you go? I'm gonna have a funeral for you while you're there. While you're there. Like, Steph's going to Australia. We're probably never going to see her again. So we're having a funeral that she can attend, and we can all say nice things about her to her face.
A pre-funeral. That would be great.
Yep.
I love that idea, Puff.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Because you're not coming back. Listen, I love you, but I can't, I can't stop you from going.
Right. You would
So,
just have a
I'll
pre-funeral.
have it.
You're such a good friend.
I try. Coming up in just a couple of seconds here, this guy has flown 33 times during the pandemic and hasn't gotten the Rona. He's going to share with you his secrets. Yeah, that goes down in minutes.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Steph, you have flown, well, technically twice, right? Down to Florida and back since the Rona started, and that's it?
Yep. And you wouldn't have known that there was a global pandemic. I mean, the plane was full of people. There was not an empty seat. A lot of people wore masks, but also a lot of people didn't. It was pretty crazy.
Mike Minahan, Mike Mananen, I don't know how to say his name.
That sounds right.
He's the co-founder of a yogurt brand, Hulsa Foods. He has shared his strict safety routine that has kept him COVID-free during the 33 flights he's taken this year for business. He says the main thing is to expose the least amount of skin possible. So this is what this... Oh, it's Mika. This is what... I call him Mike. This is what this Mika has done. When I enter the airport, I wear multiple layers of disposable gloves, and I peel them off as I go through the airport. Trams, escalators, peel a layer. Check in, use a kiosk with a touchscreen, peel a layer. TSA security check, peel a layer. So he's got multiple gloves on. I wonder if he drops them where he goes, and then runs away from them. I don't know. He always uses a paper ticket instead of pulling up his information on his phone. He says hundreds of passengers scan their phones and many lay them flat on the glass. So he doesn't want his phone touching their phone areas.
Right.
He says the only time I wear collared shirts is on the airplane just to cover my neck. I don't let my skin touch any surfaces. After boarding the plane, Mika uses an antiseptic wipe to disinfect all surfaces, including the seatbelt, belt buckle, headrests, window shades, and the air and light adjusters above your head. He swaps out his masks every 4 hours because it's safer, oddly, and it gives you a feeling of, it's safer and it oddly gives you a feeling of freshening up. I mean, this guy's going hard. It's not done.
He is.
I'm not done. If he needs a restroom, find a non-crowded bathroom in the airport. He says he swaps his mask every time he uses a bathroom. He refrains from purchasing food and beverages, tries to keep his distance from other travelers by sitting in the corner alone, waiting for the plane. Despite all of the precautions, he said he still fears that he's not doing enough to protect himself. He says it would be insane not to be afraid. Okay.
Wow, he goes hard.
Now, so far it's worked. 33. He's 33 for 33. He's flown on a plane 33 times. He's gotten the Rona 0 times. Good for him. But oh my God, this is a weird life. Imagine just being around that guy in the airport. right? Imagine you're sitting there waiting to go somewhere, and you look at this guy who's in a corner by himself with multiple gloves on, a collared shirt popped up like he's a cool guy from a few years ago, right? He's got a mask. He probably has a hat. He starts disinfecting everything. Maybe you watch him take off one mask and put on another mask. It's a crazy life. He's doing what he has to do to survive and stay healthy, but man, like I don't want to use the term overkill because it's his life. He can do what he wants, but man, I don't know if that life is for me.
Right. Honestly, I couldn't go that hard. And if I saw a guy acting like that on the plane with me, I would definitely think he was crazy. I mean, I would understand what he was doing, but I'd probably roll my eyes at him. I mean, I'm all about using hand sanitizer, wear your mask, whatever. But I'd be like, this guy is so extra.
He's very, very extra. So Steph, I know eventually your goal, have a husband, have babies, but take your time. Check this out. Research published in the Journal of Biodemography, I think I said that right, and Social Biology suggests a mother's age could have an impact on their child's development. Scientists found when babies whose mothers were in their 30s, they had the highest cognitive scores. So you don't have to have a baby in your 20s. You wait till your 30s and you're going to have better babies.
Wow. Okay. But then after that, does it go down again or does it not say?
Children whose mothers were in their 40s when they gave birth were more likely to be fat.
Oh,
That's what they
okay.
say.
So 30s is good. That's like the prime spot.
Sweet spot. Yeah, the results were drawn from a study which followed the development of 18,000 British children. So this is a decent amount of kids. Explaining the results, the doctor says first-time mothers in their 30s are, for example, likely to be more educated, have higher income, more likely to be in stable relationships, have healthier lifestyles, seek prenatal care earlier, and have planned their pregnancies. So They're just saying, first-time mothers in their 30s just seem to have their stuff together a little bit better than their 20s and maybe are a little bit more prepared. Now, I've been told by my mother that, you're never really ready to have a baby. And because, mom gets on my case and I'm like, Mom, maybe we're just not ready. Well, when's a good time? You never know. You're never really going to be ready. Well, screw you, Mom, because this Journal of Biodemography and Social Biology says, you know what? You can be ready. So there.
Right, because I've heard people say that you'll never actually be ready.
Lies.
But I think that
Lies.
Yeah,
This show.
I think there is a time.
So I mean, and that doesn't mean that if you're, a woman in your 20s, it doesn't mean that, you're not in okay shape to do this. You might be, but you and I both know people who've had kids who were like, wait, that person is in charge of another life?
It's scary.
What? Like, they just got pregnant and I'm already ready to call Child Protective Services.
Right.
Like, the baby's not even out of them yet. It's still just a baby in their stomach. Like, but I'm already like, yeah, you're going to want to watch this one.
Right. You already know.
Yeah. So, but I guess, in their 30s, women just got their stuff together. So don't feel rushed. Don't let anyone ever rush you.
That's good to hear. That is good to hear because especially when people your age all around you are all getting married and having kids, sometimes you think, is there something wrong with me?
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with your friends. I got to be honest. Your friends that are all like married and have kids and stuff, like they're the abnormal ones, right? They're the ones, and I'm specifically talking about your friends, Steph. They're the abnormal ones because they're the ones that like married high school sweethearts and things like that. Where the majority of us don't even talk to people from high school anymore. So the majority of us are doing what you're doing what I did.
Right.
Yeah, they're the weird ones. Don't let them make you feel bad. They're the weird ones.
Well, you know what? Everybody has their own path, though. Like, everybody kind of does things differently. So I like to think about that, too.
What a Steph answer. That's such a Steph thing to say. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes. This guy's a survivor.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
We talked about it earlier. We talked about Australia. We talked about how, not only do you have to worry about sharks and snakes and things like that, but you also have to worry about humpback whales, apparently.
Great.
Well, this guy had to worry about all of it, pretty much. Justin Stoller. He has the distinction of having been bitten by both an alligator and a shark. He was in the Florida Keys last Wednesday with his family. He spotted an injured fish in the rocks underwater, went to retrieve it. It was too small to keep, so he went to put it back in the rocks when wham, an 8-foot lemon shark attacked. He, let's see, what else? He ended up with 24 stitches in his leg. He also got bit by, I believe, a brown recluse spider. He has a scar on one of his legs. So he's been hit by an alligator, a shark, and a deadly spider.
Oh my gosh. Wait, and where does he live?
It looks like Florida.
Okay, because Florida's another place where, bad things like that happen. He needs to move or just stop leaving his house.
Right? This guy is my walking nightmare. Let's be honest. This guy's my walking nightmare. He is. 3 men were rescued from a tiny Pacific island. I don't know if you heard about this. They got stranded there, and they did the whole SOS in the sand. Like they wrote out a giant SOS on the beach of this tiny island, and a helicopter actually saw them, and they got rescued.
Oh my gosh! So they literally wrote SOS in the sand.
Yeah. They'd set out from their home on a 23-foot boat. They intended to travel about 27 miles to another island. They sailed off course and ran out of fuel. Military planes from Australia and the U.S. performed a search by air. The SOS in the sand led rescuers to the deserted island about 118 miles from where they had set out. They were in good condition. A patrol boat was able to pick them up. So they weren't there for long. But, they tried the whole SOS in the sand, and it worked for them. It wasn't as dire as like Tom Hanks in Castaway, but it was still pretty.
Not quite.
It was still a dangerous situation. But there was 3 of them, so that means that one of them at least had food for a while. Right,
they must have.
Did you understand what I just said? I said
you said they must have had food because they survived.
I said there's 3 of them, so one of them at least had food for a while. You understand what I'm saying?
Like cannibalism?
Yeah. I'm going to eat Mark. Mark looks delicious.
No.
Hey!
I could never be one of my friends.
Stop looking at me like I'm food. I think I'm going to go for his calves first. That's what he's most proud of.
Very meaty. Would you eat me if we were stranded on an island together?
I mean, if you died first, I wouldn't kill you to eat you.
You promise?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was an easy... Wait, you look...
No, just
wait,
kidding.
you don't look so sure.
No, I would absolutely not kill you to eat you. But if you died, I would eat you. And I would expect nothing less from you. I would almost expect you to be like, listen, you have a meal for weeks on this. I might only get a couple of days off of you, but you'd have it for weeks. You'd have to find a way. You'd have to find a way to preserve me.
I could never do that to you.
I would go bad before you could eat all of me.
I would never eat you. I would be sad that you died, but
I don't think I could eat Puff anymore. I think Puff has turned. I think I have a spoiled Puff. Oh.
I got some Puff stuck in my teeth.
Oh God! Puff, you're so stringy.
Oh, gross.
So okay, Steph. I mean, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, but if we do get stranded on a desert island, and I go first, I mean, please don't kill me to eat me. But if I die, which I probably will, because I'll complain to death or something. Feel free. Like, as long as you can stay alive long enough.
That's really sweet of you, and you're a very good friend for saying that, but I could never eat you. I would just starve to death.
Wait, I'm not good enough to eat? I'm almost
No, I just couldn't do it.
I'm almost insulted.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
The butt.
I wouldn't know what's like.
The butt.
Well, but like, what do you do? Would you have to like chop it off? Like, I couldn't chop you off into pieces.
Yeah, just take a little hunk off my butt. That's where I would start. It's like there's nice fat and probably some muscle, nice marbling there. I'm guessing that's what I would start. Start with the butt. You're welcome.
So I'd have to cut your butt off and then roast it over a fire.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I think I'd just starve to death.
What if it's delicious?
I mean, it might be, but I don't think I'd have the guts to find out.
Steph gets rescued, and all she does after that is crave human.
Puff was so good.
I'm telling you, I probably have great marbling. I'm just saying, you might not. I might spoil you first time you eat a human around. Like, there's no one else gonna compare. I've spoiled you for all humans.
I'm so spoiled.
All right, this is weird. Let's move on. Stump Steph. Millions of people start these every day, but only 11% finish them. It's not a diet. Millions of people start these every day, but only 11% finish them. I figured the first thing you would say is diet. It's not a diet. Millions of people start these every day, and a new one every day. That's a good hint. A new one every day, but only 11% finish them. What are they?
Is it a book?
No, but it's close. You're getting close. It's a new one every day.
Oh, crossword puzzle.
There we go.
Yay!
Right.
Whenever we were working from home, at the beginning, we were doing like online crossword puzzles together, me and like everybody else that works for the Senators. And I literally contributed nothing. Like, I'm so bad at crossword puzzles. I would just sit there and like, oh yay, socialization.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Hi guys,
anything.
I'm here for humor. What's up?
Right, pretty much.
I'm gonna crack some jokes.
They're hard.
All right. 70% of people who own one of these talk to it. 70% of people who own one of these talk to it. What is it? It's not dog.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Of course you were. 70% talk to their dog. It's way higher than that.
That's true.
70% of these who own one talk to it. What is it? It's not alive. How about that?
Their cell phone.
No. Good answer, I think. I've talked to my cell phone before.
Yeah. I talk to it sometimes. Who own one of these? Do you own one?
Yep.
Do you talk to it?
Nope. I bet you it's more girls than guys. Probably the same ones that talk to it have also named it.
Their car.
It's a good hint. That was a good hint.
Yes. Yep. I talk to mine. I'm like, how you doing? Or if like I'm struggling to get up a hill, I'm like, you can do it, babe.
Do you struggle to get up a hill in your car, like at all?
Well, like when we're going up to State College, there's like,
yeah.
When I say that, people probably know what I'm talking about. There's that giant hill, and like my car can do it easily, but you have to like really accelerate to get up.
Sure. That makes sense. Yeah. Never talked to my car. Never given my car a name. Because I'm a dude and guys don't do that.
Well, some guys do if they're like really like that guy on My Strange Addiction who was like dating his car.
Yeah, okay, so you're going to pick a guy who has a serious mental problem as the example of guys who talk to their cars. That's your
I'm just
example?
saying it's happening.
I'm saying
It is happening.
I'm saying most guys. But if you want to go with the outlier guy who had a whole show about him, that's fine. Like, you do you.
It's happened. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like saying, like, you know, most I think girls like tigers more than guys. Oh, yeah? Tell that to Joe Exotic. Like, yeah, okay, wow, outlier. Wow. All right.
Hey, I'm just saying.
All right. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back with everyone on Monday. Bye, Steph.
Bye.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.